Howdy folks, with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild soon upon us, I thought I'd take my time to give some story speculation. Now I'm sure everyone and their dog is giving a story speculation, so why not give my own? Our story begins in Skyward Sword, where we learn that after Link defeated Demise, he put a curse on himself, Link, and Zelda, to more or less repeat these events for all of eternity, Link and Zelda always battling Ganondorf, or Ganon. So what if in Breath of the Wild, Zelda, or someone figured out this curse and realized that certain events throughout history keep repeating themselves? For example, Twilight Princess takes place 100 years after Ocarina of Time, or Majora's Mask, and both those games had Link and Zelda fighting Ganondorf. And bear in mind, only 100 years, so that just shows how, I guess in a sense, fast this curse of Demises actually works. So what if, for example, Zelda tried to figure out a way to end the curse and free the world from an endless cycle of turmoil? But by doing so, it only made things kinda worse though, hence why Calamity Ganon is more powerful and dangerous than ever before. Ganon in general, he's just referred to as Calamity Ganon. And then when Link and Zelda tried to stop him, it nearly killed Link in the process. Hence why he starts off in the Shrine of Resurrection, sleeping for 100 years. But Zelda found a way to seal him within the castle for the last 100 years, or so, maybe by putting her own spirit within the tower, hence why we see that bright glowing light from the center of it, when Link looks on to the castle and you hear Zelda say, "Try to remember." And when the game starts, we learn that the seal on him is starting to wane, and Calamity Ganon will be free soon. This leads us to the last point of Link's amnesia. Through a screenshot, we saw that you can unlock cutscenes that are called recovered memories, probably by doing certain story quests and probably side quests along the way to sort of help unlock Link's memory. Similar to how in Lost Odyssey, Kaim also has amnesia, and you have to go throughout the game finding his lost memories to sort of piece everything together. But let's say, for instance, Link actually knew something he shouldn't have known, like the actual way to release Calamity Ganon. Maybe Zelda put it in his head as a sort of I don't know, contingency or something, or for whatever reason. Point being, what if Link knows how to free him, and they don't want this information to fall in the wrong hands? Now he could be easily freed by a sort of ritual or incantation of sorts. And that's basically it. What I think of the story so far. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm onto something, or do you think I'm just like every other speculation, just making up stuff as I go along? I don't know. What I mean by set after Skyward Sword is that I don't mean it's like it's a sequel to Skyward Sword. I mean, it could be. Link is right-handed, so... What I mean is that, like, you know, Skyward Sword is where everything began, chronologically speaking. I'm just saying, like, what if Zelda, just looking through a history book or something, found out, like, hey, there's always this instance of another princess named Zelda, another hero named Link, and this guy Ganon who constantly appear, always doing battle with one another. And it always comes down to Link defeating Ganon, usually with a Master Sword. Hence why we also see Link training with the Master Sword. And we see Zelda in that white robe, going to Hylia statues. Probably to gain power or wisdom or something. Wisdom, power, courage? Maybe. Just sort of see if it's like, hey, maybe if we defeat him early, before he ever gains any power or something, then we can find a way to beat him once and for all and end this curse. But maybe by doing so, by doing things a little out of order or out of turn or whatever, it just makes things worse. Ganon gains even more power than before. But who really knows at this point? There's also other... I mean, the fact that that one line from the trailer, it's like the old lady. She says the history of the Hyrule royal family or whatever is the same as the Calamity Ganon. That kind of proves that point in a way, saying like, hey, this kind of has something to do with this curse that's been happening for a long time. But who can really say at the end of the day? All I know is that we're in for a real treat. But yeah, that's to say. Bye.